Fraser. I'm a six-term state senator from up the road, the Olympia area, and I chair the Senate Democratic Caucus. So my job is to help keep all of the Democratic senators rowing together. And actually, it's not that hard a job. We have fabulous Democrats in the Washington State Senate, and it has been mentioned the biggest problem is we're in the minority. We're down 2 votes, so all our good work gets squelched by the majority. So getting a Senate Democratic majority is absolutely critical, and thanks for what each of you are doing to make this happen. I'm here tonight running for Lieutenant Governor. I've been in the Senate, as I said, 24 years, and Brad Owen is not running for re-election, and I think I have the perfect background and attitudes and values to do a good job. But before I do that, I want to mention that I have served in the Senate with Senator Hargrove the same amount of time. We came in together, and now we are leaving because my Senate term is up. And he has done a fabulous job for you, like a super fabulous job. And I've worked very closely with him, and he deserves lots of kudos as he walks out the door to do whatever he's going to do next. Can you clap for him? He is one of the most hardworking, smartest, caring people in the whole Senate. So, well, I am running for Lieutenant Governor because I want to, on a statewide basis, advance the democratic values I've been working on forever as a state senator, as a state representative, as a Thurston County Commissioner. Yes, I did that for 2 terms. And I was mayor and a city council member in Lacey, so I have a huge background in local government as well as state government. And I'm pleased to say I have good working relationships with all the tribes around the state too. And I work, they are wonderful members of our state and our intergovernmental system and our economy and our culture. So I want to compliment you on this. I have not seen this. I've been to a lot of Democratic meetings. Great list, and I love how you start your meeting, and I can just leave out most of my speech and say I support everything on here 1,000%. To give you a quick practical profile, I'm the only one in this race. There are 9 candidates in this race, 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, 1 Libertarian so far. But I'm the only one who has been an active member of organized labor. I joined the Federation of State Employees when I became an agency employee because I believed in what the union was doing. Became really active, was a delegate to state labor conventions, and helped push through a resolution to get a women's committee created at the State Labor Council at the state level, which is still functioning, I'm pleased to say. And I found out the other day on public education, I have a 28-year, 100% record, so I'm right there on education. On almost any list of women's issues, I'm 100%. And I was pleased to hear Derek, who I served with in the Senate, I guess he sat down, talk about science. I chaired the Committee on Environment and Energy for a number of years, and that is a front row seat on how people try to twist science. So please stand up for truth and correct data. Because I'm always a supporter of a safety net that I think should have moral level standards. Some of them are not high enough the way they should be. Not everybody can work, and everybody should have a decent life and be respected. Yeah. And of course, economic, social equality and equity is part of my core, as is good government. Government of, by, and for the people, which is not a slogan. We should all live it out. I totally agree on overturning Citizens United, and I totally agree that we should make sure these big out-of-state people who donate money to campaigns here have to disclose who is. There's some black money or dark money is somehow exempt, and it shouldn't be. And I've worked in the Senate to try to get a bill passed, but you know who doesn't want it, so we Democrats can't get it passed, which is another reason to vote Democratic. So half of the job of the lieutenant governor is to speak out and work on these values. The other half is to preside as president of the Senate, which is an exceptionally important job to assure the Senate works well and smoothly and in cooperation with respect on behalf of all the people to try to resolve the issues of the state. And I have the experience and the temperament, I believe, to do that. I'm the only woman running for lieutenant governor. And if elected, I would be the first woman lieutenant governor. I think we need more women at the highest levels of state government for all kinds of obvious reasons. The number of women in statewide office, excluding judges, has gone down to 1. It used to be half. And the percent of women in the legislature has gone down. We used to be 40%, now it's 30%. So there's something going on, and we need to be encouraging women to be in public office. And I'm also, I think, the most experienced and prepared person of all the 9 candidates to run. As I mentioned, I've been a leader in the Senate for 24 years, committee chair, budget chair. I chaired the capital budget, so I got you a lot of projects. A lot of great projects. I was a state, and I chaired the administrative committees anyway. I've been on the Ways and Means forever. So, so I know the state really well. And I was county commissioner, state representative, mayor, Thurston County commissioner, mayor, and city council member in Lacey. So, and I also am an adjunct faculty at the Evergreen State College, and I know they have a few programs down here. So, and I've had a lot of contact with Grace Harper over the years. I'm probably running out of time, but starting with personal, hiking in the Olympics on the coast, working on capital budget projects here. I've toured and toured and toured, you know, plants and forests and oceans, and what else? I've gone hiking. I don't know if you remember County Commissioner Mike Murphy, but we were part of the same hiking group. So I learned a lot about Grace Harper from him, and Bill Vogel are really good friends. So I've tried to do my best for Grace Harper and pledge to continue. I would greatly appreciate and be honored by your endorsement and support, and would pledge to stay in touch. So thank you.
I'd like to thank you all.